So at the end of 2023, guys, Nike has decided to bring back a range which was actually quite popular 15 years ago. So in today's video we're gonna have a look at a revived version of that release. Hello guys and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. In today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at a pair of shoes which is bringing back a model from back in 2008. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box, guys, which as you can see will come in a very simple brown box, which will have a lot of shiny mini swooshes all over the box. So I would say that this is actually quite a simple design. So let's go ahead and just take the shoes out, guys. So in today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at this new revived release for this Nike Lunar Roam. It seems that back in 2008 Nike was bringing us for the first time this lunar range on the market, but for sure I would say that that design was quite interesting, and I would say that for 2008 the technology was actually quite good. But now at the end of 2023 Nike has decided to revive this lunar range, where for sure the DNA is actually quite visible in this pair of shoes for both the upper and also this foam midsole as well. So this one will be available on the SNKRS app for the retail price of £140, which I wouldn't say that it's a bad price, but I would say that for the level of comfort and materials that we're gonna receive, I feel that this one is slightly a bit too expensive. So let's go ahead and also do a breakdown of this one, guys. So as you can see, for this upper we're gonna have a mix of synthetic materials. So for most of this upper we're gonna have just a mesh material in this cream color, which will be like a plasticky one, and underneath, as you can see, at least for the front part of the shoe, we're gonna have this skeleton which will give it a bit of a construction. And as you can see, on both lateral and medial side of the toe section, we're also gonna have this rubberized material which will give it a bit of a protection. Going now in the midfoot, you can see that we're gonna have a big Nike swoosh, which will be made again out of this rubberized material. This one will come in this black color, and on top of it we're gonna have a second rubberized material. I would say that this one will be actually a TPU material, which will also keep in place what it seems to be a fly wire. It seems that this time Nike is calling it a mag wire, and I would say that this one maybe it's slightly a bit thicker than the normal fly wire. I'm not entirely sure. As in for the actual lacing system, you can see that we're gonna have some plastic eyelets which will keep in place these very interesting looking laces, which are actually quite thin, and these ones will have a very nice texture. So underneath these laces, guys, we're gonna have a very well padded tongue, which will sit quite nice on top of your foot. And as you can see, this one at the top will have an extra layer of material which you can actually put your finger underneath it. So this one will also have this Nike lettering and also the Nike swoosh in this yellow color. And just above we're gonna have what it seems to be like a very small pull tab. So going now at the back of the shoe, guys, covering the whole heel section, we're gonna have this thin rubberized material in this green color, which will be the same as the one used here in the midfoot. And this one will actually have again these mag wires. And as you can see, just at the back of the heel section, we're also gonna have this black pull tab, which on top will have this yellow rubberized materials. So going now inside of the shoe, guys, you can see that for this one we're gonna have a very plush lining, which underneath will have a good amount of padding, which most definitely will keep your foot quite good in place. So this padding underneath this lining will be the same also for this tongue. And also at the bottom, guys, we're gonna have this black foam insole, which it seems that is gonna be a Dura Pontex material. And as you can see here at the heel section, we're gonna have this tag, which will have a lot of these yellow Nike swooshes, which is looking quite nice. One thing which I will need to add, guys, is that for all of this upper, even though it seems that it's gonna be quite breathable, as you can see now, the actual perforation holes which will give it most of this breathability will be here in the midfoot underneath these Nike swooshes, which, to be honest, as it's covered by this plasticky mesh in this green color, I'm not entirely sure if the breathability will be so good. I really feel that your feet will actually get quite sweaty. So now, guys, we can go to this Lunar Foam midsole, which will come in this faded yellow color here at the front and this yellow color here at the heel section. So this one will have roughly the same design as the release from back in 2008. Which will also have written here on the lateral side the Lunar and also the Nike swoosh in this black color. But to be honest, I was actually expecting that this one will be slightly a bit more squishy. To be honest, this one actually feels quite firm underfoot, so in my opinion at least, I feel that this one is not gonna provide a very good level of comfort. So at least for me personally, I feel that this one is a downside for this pair of shoes. So now, guys, we can finish with this rubber outsole in this black and blue color, which will actually be made out of these patches. But in my opinion, I feel that these rubber pads are actually a bit too thin. As you can see, they don't actually stick out too much comparing with this Lunar Foam. So in my opinion, I really feel that these ones will actually wear down quite fast. But for sure, I like the design here at the heel section, which will come from underneath and wrap most of this heel section. I think for the actual sizing, guys, for this one I just went with my true to size, and for me, as I have a skinny feet, I feel that this one it's actually a bit too roomy. So my recommendation will be that if you have skinny feet, guys, just go with a half size down comparing with your normal sizing in Nike. If you have normal feet, you can just stick with your true to size, and just in case you have wide feet, guys, I think it should be just fine if you will just go with a half size up. So overall, guys, this brand new release coming from Nike for this Lunar Roam, in my opinion, it's looking actually quite good, and for sure it has that DNA from back in 2008 quite visible. I'm not entirely sure if the materials will be roughly the same or not, but for sure it looks like it. Unfortunately, I would say that for 140 pounds, guys, I was expecting that this one will be slightly a bit more breathable. And the biggest downside will be this Lunar Foam, which actually feels quite firm underfoot. So for sure, I felt that the level of comfort for this one is somewhere around average, which for sure, comparing with so many other releases on the market right now, it won't make a lot of people go for these ones. But I guess if you had the original Lunar from back in 2008, maybe you will want to go for this one. Maybe you have a nostalgia or something. But in my opinion, at least, I feel that this one for the retail price of 140 pounds is not gonna be the best option out there. So yeah, guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this brand new release coming from Nike for this Lunar Roam. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my latest reviews, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.